Okay, this is a 2v2. Hey everybody, my name is Jay Martin. Thanks for watching. And this is a really frustrating battle that I just played. It was against a guy who spams rifles, and against a couple opponents who just kite. They just kite. And I guess I kind of want to give them credit at least, because at least they move around. I don't see, it seems like I don't see people move very much, but anyway, so this battle is going to be my experience with the rifle spammer. I'm going to hit a fast forward lock, because nothing really interesting happens. My partner over there on the left, I'm Ottomans, by the way, this is me, I'm right here. My partner over there is a guy named Michael Lozon. He lives in Quebec, which is not part of Canada. He was very explicit about that, so I'm going to try to respect that. But he was real chatty. He wanted to know where he lived. In case you're wondering, I live in California, and Michael over there lives in Quebec. And I'm playing Ottomans, and I'm kind of pseudo-copying Point Man's build here. What I've got on my right side, I have my one unit, I have 4 line over here. I have a meat shield in front of them, and I have my 4 Janissaries behind. I got my Janissaries up to, I think, about 6 chevrons here. On my left side, I have another meat shield, and I have 3 line behind them. I've got, do I have 6? I have 6 mounted rifles. Yeah, I have 3 on each side. I kind of want to use mounted rifles. And look at the mini-map. I'm going to fast forward here. Look at the minimap. Things pop up. My opponent, all his units are invisible. Look at that. No units. So these are obviously Jaegers. Or right, he's Austrian, so they're Jaegers, but, you know, rifles, whatever you want to call them. And so I'm like, okay, that's cool. It's actually pretty good for my build. I kind of maybe wish I had more cav, but I'm predicting he's going to drop stakes everywhere, so maybe cav really aren't that useful. What I kind of wanted, the experience I wanted to get out of this battle is I wanted to practice using my mounted shooters as the pseudo-light infantry tactic that I talked about a little bit earlier. I'm not really going to get to do that, unfortunately. I also have my hotkey bug shows up here, so I'm not able to use hotkeys, so the way I move my units is really random. Ooh, look at all those Jaegers. Look at all those guys. Where'd they come from? Aren't they cute? Look at all those Jaegers showing up. How the fuck do you win a battle with just Jaegers? Over here, I'm not really going to focus on this because this battle's too long. I'm going to cut down just to my action on the right. But my partner sends all his cav in, which initially seems like a good idea. I mean, send a bunch of cav in against Jaegers. Are there stakes? I don't even know if he's got... Yeah, there's stakes down there. But he kind of makes the flaw that everybody does is they just send their cav in a big group. I mean, if he'd have split them up and moved them around, they'd have been a lot more effective. This winds up being a huge waste of resources, in my opinion. The other opponent over there sends his cav into countercharge. It look like heavy cav, too. Cuirassé. I think this winds up becoming kind of a stalemate. Like, my buddy routes maybe 1 or 2 Jaegers, and the cav just kind of kill each other off. Not really that interesting. Actually, maybe the French guy totally... Yeah, okay, I take that back. The French player totally gets... I can't tell who's who. Napoleon Total War, why don't you make it easier to differentiate between players who are just playing the same faction? What does this cav do? I'm not really concerned right now. I'm just walking up. It takes me forever to walk up because my partner doesn't move. I think my buddy charged this general in along with the rest of his cav, which I don't really recommend. Try to keep your general alive, everybody. And I think that's just a general cav melee. I think between these 2 guys right here, I have frankly, no idea what's going on. It doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. I think that maybe a couple cav units limp out of this intact, but people, don't waste your cav. You know what I mean? Like make them do something useful. This is sort of funny in macabre sense of the term. But, I mean, the Jaegers are shooting. Oh man, what are you gonna do? Noobs, love them. I love them. What's going on? Let me zoom back to where I am. Sorry, everybody. It's late in the evening. I'm about to go to sleep, but I wanted to get this video up before I did that. And so I'm trying to get my guys into position, and frankly, it's a tad difficult. I want to engage him on the right. It's a little hard, though, because okay, there's somebody there. I'm not really sure where the fuck he's at. which makes it a little harder. Okay, so you can look at the minimap and see that the red team, the opposing team, totally won the cav engagement. He's got like 4 cav units left. I actually didn't pay a whole lot of attention. Why are you in square, man? Answer my question. Um, my partner there didn't really do much in this battle. He like loses cav and then he starts to run over to my side of the map. Okay, yeah, I don't know what you're doing, but it kind of complicates my life. Earlier, it would have been nice if he'd have contributed more than just the random cav charge there. Frankly, because what winds up, because I'm going to cut this battle short, I'll just spill a secret to you. What winds up happening is, after I take care of the Austrian here, I wind up having to kill the French guy over there as well, without a whole lot of help from my partner. And it's close at the end. We wind up pulling it off, but frankly, it's really close. Oh, I should give you introductions. I totally forgot about that. So the Austrian guy that I'm playing against, his name is Little Napoleon, and he's from Missouri. Oh, I have an engagement starting. So I'm engaging Little Napoleon, and I just send my line infantry into melee here. I kind of make a flaw, down to pause, because he had these 2 cav, and it would have been nice to be able to form square against them. I've got shooter cav backing me up. I've already routed the first Jaeger. And I had a little trouble here. I do this a lot. I should have maybe waited. See what the rest of my army isn't really doing. Get there yet. I do this. It'd be really nice if I could time it better to get everybody involved. I don't. Here on the right, I've mounted the 2 Jaegers. He has horse that are charged into my line of infantry that I sent in for melee. Where are my Janissaries at? Oh, I have a Janissary getting in there. And I think my shooter cav are going to trade shots. I think he actually routes. Yeah, there goes my first one. But this is going to kind of wind up as a wash. I wind up trading 2 line infantry for 2 Jaegers and 2 cav, pretty much, is how this goes. Not very exciting. Still trying to get my cav in. At this point, he starts this massive kite maneuver. Yeah, so I got one of the 2 cav. That guy's down to 18. That won't take long. But he starts this massive kite maneuver, and they reform their lines in kind of if you look at the mini-map, they reform their lines in a sort of a north-south axis as opposed to the east-west axis they started the game on. So now I gotta run to the other side of the map to kill these Jaegers. It's such a hassle. I mean, talk about a hassle. Here's the other French opponent. What are they doing? That's my ally who's ran all the way back over to my side of the map. What are you doing, bud? Just stand there and shoot at him. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, how hard is that to ask your partner? Just get in there, stand in, and shoot at him. I think this meat shield I've got to run to try to get these seekers actually gets there. This isn't a very organized or interesting battle. I just kind of wanted to post a battle. I don't see rifle spam that often, so I wanted to post the battle of here's what happens when you spam rifles. You get owned because... Well, at least you get owned to get somebody who moves. I had really bad luck there. I decided just to naked. He's moved away from his stake line. And what I was thinking is he's moved away from his stake line over there. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just charge Gavin at these guys. And what happened there is those like 6 units of Jaegers all open fire on my cab at the same time, and they got one before my cab unit got there. My second cab unit makes it. A routes a Jaeger, writes 2 Jaegers real quick. He's going to countercharge. This causes me a little bit of a problem, actually. Those Cuirassiers are going to be favored against my mounted rifles. I have my meat shield. Where's the fucking rest of my army at? Man, this game was super laggy, and it was really hard to give orders to anybody. I think I have Janissaries. Oh, that's my second meat shield getting in there. My, the other opponent, the French opponent, gets his cav in. I would have done really good if this French cav hadn't shown up, but this French cav shows up, and the French cav does a pretty good job of slowing me down, actually. I mean, it takes me out on the little right side, my bazookas and my cav, and I think they're going to take these other bazookas out, too. I think that's his general right there. I think I tried to switch targets over to the general. It didn't work very well. I finally got guys approaching the zone of engagement. I sent more cav in just to make a charge. In hindsight, this is a bad idea. I really didn't respect just how... Yeah, there goes another one. I mean, I've wasted 2 cav just like that. I really didn't respect how much firepower about 5 units of Jaegers can put out of... Oh, man, were there stakes there? Oh, they're pointing the wrong direction. I wonder if that hurts you. Stakes point in the wrong direction. Anyway, one of my calves did get in there. I've got line infantry showing up, and I'm gonna roll this guy really quick. We get another cav charge in. I mean, Jaeger only. Does that work? I mean, the opponents we're playing here were rated with higher stars than we were. Like, these guys were like 5 or 6 stars. And they show up with this Jaeger only nonsense. I'm curious if that works. I don't really know. In hindsight, for being in the strategy, Ottomans were kind of a bad choice as a faction. It would have been nice to have my own lights. Like, I just wound up melee charging all these Jaegers. I think I get Janissaries in here again. Oh, and I almost got that general. I break a cav unit, and you can see right here, I'm just completely enveloping this guy. This guy's going to die real quick. Once I actually nail him down to a fixed position. Over on the left side, man, my partner is just like follow me around like, I don't know, like he's a lost puppy dog or something. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. But anyway, so I'm wrapping up the Austrian guy right here. I might end this battle right now. There they go. He just got his general left. He spends the rest of the game running his general around. It's kind of annoying, frankly. And that's kind of it. That's how you beat a rifle spammer. You just get in there and engage. You know, rifles suck. Rifles suck. That's all there is to it. So now there's a pause where I go to engage the other French guy. And I'm gonna time out here. I'll pick you back up with the magic of video editing here in a minute when I engage the French guy. So pick you up in a minute. On the right side, however, it's a much different story. My partner is run like 360 degrees around the map. But I have a cav unit that's kind of rolling down his line, and so it's just a matter of time before I rattle these guys. He takes me out with spear. I think I run out of bullets there. He takes me out there with spear firepower, and that's it. I think my partner finally gets some shots in to help me rout the young guard. That old guard unit is gonna live, I think, and what happens after this is these guys spend like it's really annoying. They spend like 15 minutes like running around the map with 1 unit each. And in chat, I try to say to him, "Hey, can you like stop doing that because this game is over, etc." I'm gonna wind up putting fire on these 2 units, and I'm gonna rout them without too much problem. And that's kind of the end of the battle, frankly. Nothing really interesting happens. Oh, I have a cav unit come back from routing. I think I just charge the seamen and get them. I put my general into work here. A general goes in for a charge. I was trying to charge his general, but I wound up getting the seaman unit. It's pretty boring. I mean, this battle was more frustrating than anything that played, just because our opponents wouldn't stand and fight. You know, I mean, I'm all about maneuver being important, but you gotta stand and fight. You know what I mean? Like at some point. You know, running all over the map, and if you happen to follow the minimap, I mean, I've done like a complete. If you look at the minimap right now, I started here. I came up, killed my opponent there, came back to kill the second opponent here. You know, I'm all Grassy. You know, oh sorry, my mouse just went crazy. That's the deal. But anyway, we just routed everybody. There's 1 enemy old guard unit left, and there's 1 enemy general left. It takes us about 10 minutes to wind them in. Because look at them run. Look at them run. Look at them run. Anyway, I'm going to end the battle right there. That's how you do with a rifle spammer. The way you do with a rifle spammer is you just get in close. Because the only advantage the rifle has is 125 range. And if you're inside 80 range, then your line infantry is really going to F them up. So, hey, thanks for watching. I want to say good game to everyone who played. Especially my partner, Michael Lazon, something like that. Anyway, check us out at twreplays.com.